joyful and colorful Chicago restaurant Mi Tocaya, Diana Davila brings creativity and personal experience to regional Mexican cooking. She spent enough time working in other people's restaurants, including her own parents' taqueria, to realize she was always meant to run her own. I'm chef and author Carla Lalli Music, and I'm here to see how Chef Diana uses Westholme Wagyu in some of her signature dishes. Hi, Chef.
Hey, how's it going?
Great.
Nice to meet you.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no problem. I can't wait to start
Hungry.
cooking.
I'm
You're
ready.
hungry? Perfect. Let's get to work.
Totally. All right, let's talk about this Carne Asada burrito.
Yes. So carne asada is such a essential part of, I think, of any Mexican household. Like, it's one of those things where, you know, we use the term carne asada the way in the States, you know, you'll say, come over for a barbecue, that we're barbecuing. And we're treating ourselves today because we have Wagyu skirts.
Gorgeous.
So this is like special treat. This fat also is not gonna go fast.
Yeah.
You know, it's like nice and slow. So it's gonna like start dripping into your coals or onto your grill, like give you a little bit of that flashback.
Yeah.
And again, a little bit of that steam too. It's like if
I don't think
it was
people
born for
think
it.
about that fat as it's part of the flavor, it's part of the makeup of the Wagyu, but that it
helps
really
the grill.
becomes part of the flame and the
Right,
flavoring
exactly.
the flames that are coming back. I've never really
Yes.
thought about it that way.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So we have a little bit of whole cumin.
Uh-huh.
We have some black peppercorn. We have some beautiful coriander. We have some Mexican oregano.
Beautiful.
Please use Mexican oregano.
Yeah.
It just tastes very different. The flavor profile is just
Totally.
wildly different. We have some chile de árbol. We have some granulated garlic, some granulated onion. We're gonna use some lime zest, some sea salt, and then this is kind of like our little, we call our browning sauce. A lot of times people like to use teriyaki, soy sauce, Maggi. You know, here we have fermented soybean with black garlic and some ash and fermented cabbage as well.
Oh, wow.
So it's just like different layers of salinity.
Yeah, so this smells incredible.
So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna toast everything.
Okay.
And then we're gonna muddle it in our molcajete.
Awesome.
All right, so we're gonna start. We always wanna have, with a comal, you always wanna make sure, you see how it has this like whiteness to it? That's
Yeah.
how hot it is.
Yeah.
That's really what you need, like anytime you're really toasting anything. You want the sazon to come together as like united before it hits the carne. Like this, it's like, hey, we're coming to this party together. We're arriving all together.
Totally.
You know, we're not taking 5 cars. So kind of a tradition in many Mexican household families that when you get married, the woman gets a molcajete. So this is 15 years old from when I got married.
Nice.
And you could see, look how beautiful it is.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna have you do the work here.
Lovely.
I'm going to have you put these chiles into this. So a little bit of salt, and then you're going to muddle them using the full force of the molcajete.
Okay.
So go ahead and do that. And as you do that, I'll be adding a little bit at a time, which helps.
So the salt and the granulated garlic are acting as an abrasive along with
Yes.
the stone.
Yes.
Yeah, there's faster ways to do things, but you don't get all the tactile feedback.
Exactly.
You don't get all the aroma.
So good, right? And you could almost taste everything individually, but
Totally.
together, but it's all working
Yes.
at the same time.
Really, the oregano is so
Yes,
fragrant and aromatic and woodsy.
beautiful.
But
So
getting the chili too.
now we're going to butcher.
Okay, great.
And what we're going to do is I like to kind of flatten it up as much as I can.
Yeah. So taking a thin cut and making it even thinner.
Right.
So this is like a sheet.
Exactly. These are nice big
And they're
pieces.
going to cook in moments.
Oh yeah, no
right?
time at all, right.
And when you look at this, even just being butterflied, the idea that the spices wouldn't be penetrating to the center of the Wagyu is like an impossible idea,
Yes.
right? Because every fiber of this is now like given up.
Exactly.
And the fat to meat ratio is also like that fat is flavor.
Yeah, and you could see it really everywhere.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Before there was even a menu, I knew I wanted to put the steak burrito on, you know, and it really is to like sort of commemorate my time at my parents' taquerias with my friends.
And
like at the time, nobody was really doing steak burritos other than like, you know, the little mom and pop, you know, spots.
What are Chicagoans looking for in their burrito?
I think
their
that
late night burrito.
They like them big. They like a lot of. They like. You know, we're the city of broad shoulders. We like something. You know, our burritos to be handheld, lots of meat, and that's the other thing. I wanted the burrito to kind of have. A lot of times, like people will order, here's a steak burrito, but you'll order extra meat and then with sour cream, with avocado, and the next thing you know, like it's $1 for this, $1.50 for this. So I'm like, I just wanted to have everything that it should have without anybody having to order
extra,
put something else,
right?
And to meet that carne asada cookout, you know.
Right.
So now we're actually going to marinate it. Yeah, there's nothing like using whole spices.
Totally.
Really, you know, like
I mean,
a little goes a long way.
A steak that looks this good raw is amazing.
So let's go ahead and add some beer.
Any lager?
Yeah, any lager will do. And then it makes sense too with beer. I mean, it also is, you know, it's fermented grain and corn. So like it again adds that sort of little slightly oregano-ish, you know, coming from the hops. And when you're grilling and it's hot, there's nothing like cold beer. So now that it's marinating, we could cheers to the rest of our beers.
Cheers.
Salud. All right, so we have a nice hot grill.
Yeah.
And I like to just extend it right over. Really, the meat's gonna let you know when it's ready to flip over. You know, you really wanna have some of those marks.
Yeah.
And it should be really easy when you flip over.
Right.
That's how you know that it's ready. And this is what I mean, like, you could just pull it apart with your hands.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Oh my God. The texture right away, the juiciness, it's so full of flavor. But it eats like butter. Like it is just coming apart. It's that flavor almost that you would look for in something that was perfectly braised that you can just sort of pull apart and don't even need a knife and fork, but that's just happening on your palate.
Yeah.
It's amazing. So delicious. Life-changing. This is life-changing.
All right, so I'm gonna cut a little bit of the steak up.
And there's still, like, even though that was so thin, you still have a medium rare. I mean, you've got crispy edges, but you've got that beautiful medium rare in the center.
We use 9 ounces of steak in a burrito.
What?
You know, it's big, yeah. All right, so we're gonna put our beans.
Okay.
We're gonna put our steak.
I love the restraint of the beans, followed by just the generosity of this Wagyu strip.
I love it.
I love it.
And then we have sour cream, avocado.
Watch and learn.
Then we squeeze everything in there, just like putting on your favorite jeans.
Wow.
There you go, see?
The one motion of that.
There you go.
That's incredible.
So, and then we're gonna crisp it up just a little bit more. This is a little bit of salsa mami. So salsa mami made with chile de árbol is really spicy. It's a tomato-based salsa.
Gorgeous. Oh, it's like the clouds parted.
All right, you ready to taste?
I've never been more ready for anything.
All right, let's do this. Cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
Salud. I cannot stress the tenderness enough and the flavor. Wow. Okay, chef, what do you think? Will It Wagyu?
Oh my God, it really, I didn't think that the steak burrito could get any better, but yeah, I mean, it definitely took it to a whole different level. It's insane.
We went to 11, if
Yes,
you know what I
yes,
mean.
uh-huh.
Yeah.